Okay, this tutorial is about transitions in speeches, and for this we'll be using pages 54, 55, and 81 from Speech Communication Made Easy. Okay, so let's first look at page 54, and we can see that there are two types of transitions that we're going to focus on. The first one is the review previous statement, then preview the next statement. And we have examples on page 54. I have talked about how to analyze the audience is my review. My preview is next I will talk about how to choose a topic. Or, if we have this, we have seen all the places you can search for information about your topic is your review and then your preview. What you're going to talk about next is now. Let's look at preparing visual aids. Now we can also use a rhetorical question. And with a rhetorical question we need to go to the next page, and we see that I have talked about how to analyze the audience, which is my review. And now I ask a question, and that works as my preview. Now, how do you choose a great topic? Or, in example B, we've seen all the places you can search for information about your topic. Next, how can you prepare effective visual aids? Now at the bottom of the page we see that there are some examples, and this comes from an outline on page 56 and 50 to 58 in which the transitions are there and you have to fill that in. And we see that the transitions are now, so this is what I've talked about, and this is what I'm going to preview, and here they use a however to make the transition. Then as you can see is a way of talking about what I've talked about before, and then I will talk about the future, what you will need. Now any one of these could be changed into a question. Now you can see how comfortable you'll be in your cabin. What facilities does the ship have for you to enjoy when you leave your cabin? Would be a way of changing that into a question. Now let's look at page 81 where we have an actual outline, a completed outline, and we can look at two types of transitions. Okay, the first type of transition we have is here, and that is the transition that goes from the preview to the body, and it's a little bit different because we don't have to use the review preview. So we've previewed here, this is what we're going to talk about, and now we say let's get started, let's begin. Okay, something like that to transition us into the body. The body then takes us to the first one where we look at what we're going to talk about first, the 6 symptoms of stage fright. Okay, our second transition is the type we've been talking about. Now you understand the symptoms of stage fright, which is here. Let's continue our investigation by examining the causes of stage fright, which introduces what will be talked about next. So here's our review, and here's our preview. And again, we could change this into a rhetorical question by going, now you understand the symptoms of stage fright. What causes stage fright? Would be the rhetorical question. Okay, so as you saw, there are two types of transitions that are put in our book. The first one is the review preview, in which you review what you've said and then you preview what you're going to say. The second one is the review rhetorical question, in which you review what you've said and ask a rhetorical question that you're going to answer in the next part of your speech. Okay, thank you very much.